How old are you?
I'm 18 turning 19.
What is your daily routine?
So most days I will wake up around 9 or 10 because I don't gotta be at work till 11, which is nice. So I get to sleep in. Downside is I usually end up staying out fairly late because of my job. And then, so I'll get up, I'll start getting ready for work, shower, brush teeth, you know, those sorts of things. And then I will make my way to the bus stop. From there, I take 2 buses, go to work, do my shift, which I love the people I work with. And then I do my shift, and then I usually just go home, or so occasionally, if I get off early enough, I'll go hang out with some friends.
What was your life like growing up?
So my life growing up consisted of a lot of questions that I didn't always have answers to, because I didn't understand everything that had happened to me when I was apprehended by the ministry and put in foster care. So I didn't really understand everything that was going on, and I had a lot of questions, and they didn't seem like they were being answered. A lot of my early childhood being confused and angry and not understanding everything that went on, and then in my sort of preteens, I later became more aware of everything that was going on.
Yeah.
There were still some anger issues. And yeah, and then throughout my teenage years, I'm like, okay, I need to set myself up to be successful when I'm older. I gotta start getting my act together and pulling on my socks and just, really working hard to do better than I had at that point. And now I've done my first year of post-secondary. I did my first year of technical training for my carpentry apprenticeship.
Okay.
And that was quite interesting because I'm the second person in my family to have completed any post-secondary schooling of any kind. I'm the third in my family to graduate, and for me, those are all really, they're large accomplishments from where I came from. Because I was picked up from a trailer park. So, from trailer park to college education, I'm pretty proud of that.
Do you have anything that you're struggling with?
One of the main struggles I'm having right now is sort of figuring out what I want to do with the rest of my life. I mean, there's a few things that I know I'm dead set on doing, like being a foster parent to foster children and giving them a home where they can feel safe and secure and know that I understand what they're going through. Because growing up, I didn't really have a lot of that. Other than that, not too much, mostly just the struggle of getting up and doing the daily grind.
If you could change anything in the world, what would it be?
I'm not sure if it's sympathetic or empathetic, but it's one of those two that I think the world needs to be a little more of. I think the world needs to care a little more about the other person and what they're going through. I think the world's become a little too selfish and concerned only with themselves.
But what is something that you've always wanted to do?
So something that I always wanted to do, that I actually got the chance to do, and it was a fairly simple thing. Like, it wasn't hard for me to go and do it. But one thing that I always wanted to do was I wanted to longboard the seawall and just see the view. So one day I went out. I got up early. I got up at like 4 in the morning. Right? I got up at 4 in the morning, and I'm like, all right, today's the day. Today's the day we're gonna do it. So I went. I grabbed my longboard. I tightened up all the hardware. I made sure everything on my longboard was good to go.
Nice.
I left my house and I was at the seawall by 6 o'clock. I finished longboarding the entire thing by 11. And watching the sunrise when you're coming around the bend from around the Stanley Park seawall towards English Bay, beautiful. You just turn around and you just watch it come up, and it's just watching the sky turn yellow, orange, all these different beautiful colors.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy I went.
What are some of your hobbies? Like
Longboarding, experimenting with food in the kitchen. I work in the kitchen as a cook, and I love cooking. I love eating good food. So that has transferred over into my free time, where I'll take a steak and I'll throw random seasonings on it and just see how it turns out. I do have a favorite chef, and it's, believe it or not, Gordon Ramsay. Because when he's not yelling at people, which is one thing he's famous for.
Yeah.
He's actually, like, some of the stuff he cooks is just mind-blowing.